Okay, I hope it will work. I don't know yet, but let's hope so. Okay, what is with the noise? Why is there so much noise? Is this better? I don't know. Input. What if I change it to the microphone? No. What the hell? Why is that? Why it constantly change into my AirPods Pro? Oh, so strange. I don't want that. Okay, can I change in my OBS settings? Audio. Mic. Okay. Studio settings. Okay, so I think it's fine. Okay, so I don't know whether this is okay or not. Okay, so I don't know whether this is okay or not. Okay, let me try this. So I don't have any earphones, and I'm just using like the microphone from my Mac. Let's see if that works or not. Okay, so I don't know whether this is okay or not. Okay, let me try this. So I don't have any earphones, and I'm just using like the microphone from my Mac. Let's see if that works or not. Okay, I think it works pretty well. So let me start the room. Okay, so here's our room, and OBS, I'm using it here. Okay, good. So this is my room, and I will do the synthesis on here by using room discourse. So I can already say that I have installed the room discourse in here. It's quite powerful tools for this, and I think it is really important to figure out how to do things while I'm working on it. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to continue doing the synthesis on here, oxyhydroxides. So you can see that I have different open topics. So here is some of my CSS file, ROM CSS. So you can see that I have some my own customized tags, like for the paper it's unread and text edit, also some topic, discussion, argument, but I think argument is kind like claim in the discourse, so I don't use that a lot. And here support or against. So in discourse you have like supported by or opposed by. So I don't think I need to use this anymore. And project and my comments, yeah, also here. And here is the blog reference. Also I have downloaded some CSS from Biohan. For example, like this, fleeting notes, reference notes, literature notes, and permanent notes. Yeah, those kind of things. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so first, I think we need to figure out the workflow. Workflow for combining Statocaster and ROM Discourse, combining Statocaster and ROM Discourse in order to do the synthesis in ROM research. Okay, that's working on this part. So we want to working on the workflow for combining. First, I think whenever we do like so I think we can have like different so first we need some papers, right? We need some literatures. Like forms of contents. So we have literatures, papers, scientific papers. And once we have scientific papers, we can have some other things. Sorry, just need to be here. Okay. So we have literatures. And we also have like videos, random thoughts. Also, yeah, if we are listening to a lecture, no, it's like OK， 在的 Dave Mad 哦，你是 medical OK, cool. Yeah, I can speak in English. It's to be honest, speaking English, I think in live, I think it's more convenient than Chinese, because in Chinese I need to like translate all the things into Chinese and then speak. But yeah, okay, good. So yeah, so please heading along. So now I'm talking about how to combine like the Statocaster and ROM Discourse in order to synthesize everything in my ROM graph. Okay, so now I'm thinking of different kind of contexts. For example, we have literatures like papers like videos and random thoughts. Those things is like the source, forms of sources. And we need to read them. And PhD candidate of physics? No, not actually. I'm a postdoc in Germany. I'm studying computational chemistry. So computational electrocatalysis is my field. What about you? You are a medical student or? You're in China or in where? Okay, random thoughts. Okay, good. Haha. Okay, yeah, sure. Because Rome, I don't think that is popular right now in China uh, because I think it's it is using a lot of Google API. So because Google is banned in China, and I don't think that it will run smoothly unless you have a VPN and you can jump out of the wall. Yeah. So those are the form sources. So when we read them, there are two kinds of statements in here. So one is, oh really nice. Oh, I actually added I actually was invited in a group chat in WeChat that about Rome. I don't know whether you are in there or not. But yeah, there are many people. Yeah. AWS, yeah, sure. But if you're looking at some like photos, some like pictures, then it has like Google API or something like that. I think it's called Fireworks or Firebase, something like that. Okay, so form of sources. These are the form of sources that we have, and when we WeChat, yeah, of course. I'm also Chinese, to be honest. Yeah, it's fine. But I think if I speak in English, I think there'll be a like broader audience who can like listen to my talk. So that's why I talk in English. Yeah, but I can also talk in Chinese. But some people so sent me message. Okay, so could you talk next time in English about Rome? Yeah, I say yeah. Okay, cool. Formats of sources. Okay, there are two kinds of contents in Rome discourse. So one is one is claim. So for example, like claim CLM. Okay, yeah. So I use that as a yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Sure. I think so because even if you write scientific paper, it's all in English. So I think it's really good to write notes also in English. That's why first you can improve your English, and second, all your notes can be like synthesized and organized into your final draft. So you don't have to write everything first like in Chinese and translate them in English. That's not very efficient. Evernote, yeah. Evernote is good in the beginning, but I think right now it's like, yeah, it should be in the museum. One is claim, and another one is evidence. Yeah, evidence. This is an evidence. Okay, yeah. So one is the claim and the other one is evidence. So I think for claim, we need some like a claim is like a sentence where you can determine whether it is true or not. I think that is very important, the claim. But I think also important is like at first the claim should be like a field where you can say like it's like a field where you don't really know what conclusions you will give. What conclusion you will give, but in the end it will become a forcible falsifiable claim. I don't know if falsifiable is like this. Falsifiable. 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 Okay, yeah, it's like that. Falsifiable claim, yeah. At first, the claim should be a field where you don't know really conclusion, but if you like build on that, and so that is a claim. And for a claim, you need some evidence. So I think the evidence, yeah, sometimes I just add evidence from, don't add evidence directly from the text. Do not add evidence directly from the text, because that is not very, because the text has its own context. We need to translate the evidence into our own words, which then we can use ourselves. But for the original source, I think we can. Oh, to be honest, I don't know what is the source. Let's see. This is a source. Ah, okay. No, that's not good. Okay. But for the original source, I think we can add them into the page. Add ground evidence. Yeah, okay. So right now we have claim, we have evidence. So we have claim, we have evidence, and every time we read something like videos or random thoughts or literature papers, I think we need to first we need to add a list of claims. So I think that is really important. So we need to have some kind of outline of the thoughts that we are interested in. And also I think because on Rome, I think we can do two kinds of contents, forms of sources, and every time we read something, we need to think about its connections to the claim. Then we go into that claim. Connection to into claim. There are different I am okay. No problem. So yeah, I'll type. My WeChat is yeah. You can add me. It's fine. Okay, live on your channel. Good. I'm live. Yeah, okay. Continue your thoughts. Okay, every time we read something, we need to think about its connections to the claim, to the previous claims. To the previous claims. There are different like connections. There are different connections. So first, I think we need, every time we read something, we need to think about its connections to the previous claims. First, it directly supports. The evidence directly supports the claim. Yeah, it's true. Could be. Then we need to extract evidence and put all the relevant contents into the page. Then connect that evidence to our claim. The evidence directly supported claim. Okay. The evidence informs another claim that can build on the previous claims. Then we need to write down another claim and make evidence, then link them together. And so last, if we don't have any previous claims, then add one claim to the that custom. Okay, so it's like permanent nodes. Permanent nodes. Really? Okay. Yeah, we can talk. Yeah, we can talk a lot about this. So I have been using Roam for like 2 years now, and yeah, it's a pretty powerful tools. I think if you use it correctly and use it constantly, it will really help you thinking. Ali Abdal, yeah. I think I also watched his video. Then I just using Roam. I don't know whether it's Ali Abdal or Thomas Frank. I think Thomas Frank is more earlier than Ali Abdal, I think. Yeah. I have been following Ali's like content for a while now, but I think his previous Believer, oh nice. I think if you're a medical doctor, I think you can use it to organize your thoughts, like the build connections between your cases or your experience with other like from medical literatures, and then synthesize them into like more coherent sort of evidence-based medicine. I think that would be very important. Yeah. Thomas Frank is, yeah, sometimes he can do like really fancy stuff, but yeah, his content really not in the beginning level. I don't think he just showing people, okay, what Roam can do if you become like really good at it. It's just an advertisement. I think more into that. Yeah, sure. Because I think in medical science, I think one phenomenon can link to like many different areas, and that kind of connection can really help a lot. Because for one disease that maybe have like one symptoms, and that symptom maybe has different causes maybe, then I think by building these connections, it is really important to figure out what kind of diseases that patient has and how can you determine it faster. Yeah, sorry, I'm a totally amateur to medicine. I'm just rambling around. Hope that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let me move on to our own claims. Okay, so I think it is really important to find different claims, different evidence. So yeah, maybe. I think in America, I think the evidence-based medicine is really popular. I think sometimes you need to do research a lot. Okay, yeah, I can understand. Yeah, but they have so many like clinical experience, but because I think the number of patients in China is way more than in US, so I think for one specific disease they have much more experience. But if you like, how can you make that experience a knowledge? Then you can distribute that knowledge to other people so that other people also have your line of thought and to determine, okay, what should I do in the next cases. I think that is also very important. So it's like when you are a Chinese cook, you can cook a dish really well, but you cannot teach your students how to cook as good as you are. Then once maybe you died, then it's just yeah, yeah, I totally agree. So right now is your night shift in China? Yeah, sure, because I think for medicine there are really different kinds of points, right? Different kind of knowledge, small pieces of knowledge, but if you cannot systemize that to build like a coherent knowledge tree, then it's really wrong. What do you mean wrong? 这点最后 No, I'm just talking to you. But for this one, I think I need to think about how to do this one. I think so. When you have something, you need to extract both claim and evidence. Also, I'm thinking about whether discussion is also important, because sometimes there are discussion between two. No, I think, yeah, I think one thing may be very important. So for example, at discussions between claims, yeah, I think that is also very important. For example, I have discussion and I have like different claims, like groups of claims, and like claim 1, claim 2, claim 3. Yeah, I think this will be very useful to make connections between those claims, because some claims can like oppose each other, so like two really different claims. 真的思维在这 Yeah, of course. Everything I have been told you. 这个笔记的目的在于什么 Yeah. Okay. So for example, I have like so many different papers in here, right? You can see in here. Okay, paper, yeah. I have like 89 different papers. 89 different papers in here. So I want to know how can I combine. So when you are using ROM, I think you have heard of Zettelkasten method or the sleep box, right? Sleep box, and also you have ROM Discourse. I think for ROM Discourse, they have really powerful connections between like claims. For example, if I jump into here, so here is one claim. Let's see here, the band gap. So here is a claim. The band gap of beta nickel hydroxide is around 3.6 to 4.0. Okay, right. Then I open it. There are supported by some evidence, which is extracted from different papers. For example, in here, in this paper, it's the band gap for estimate to be around here, and the evidence is also in here, and here is the evidence. So we have different evidence that support this. Smart notes. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do in here is to think about a way that I can. So how to start from different sources to the final synthesis of systematic storage. No, I think for textbook is really linear. It has to be like that. So from 1 to 2 to 3. So I think the notes in ROM research, it's like building connections in your mind. So I think one thing I have listened to the book how to take smart notes is that one idea is that when you take notes, you don't think about where you can put them. You think about where you would like to meet them again in the future. I think this is really important. I think this idea is the key in like Zettelkasten method. It's like when you have a piece of information and you think about it, okay, for one thing, what can I use with this piece of information, and where it connects with my current line of thought. So I think first you need to have an idea. First you need to have an idea, a thought, or a field that you want to learn or master. So for me, I have a research topic on oxide hydroxides, so that you can see in here it's oxide hydroxides, and yeah, sure, yes, but it only have like linear progression from the so it's the linear progression from the easiest to the hardest. Yeah, it's a linear progression, and later knowledge is built on previous knowledge, but that is not how we learn. We cannot learn from that, so we need to learn from different contexts, and we combine them together in order to form our own understanding. I think that is more important than textbook. I think understanding is building connections between different knowledge. I think that is key. Yeah, yeah, I think so. So in here, you can see that I want to. So first, I will write this oxyhydroxide as a page, so that it's like a page that I'm going to use. Then in here, I have different open topics. Open topics is like, for me, when I think about oxyhydroxides, what kind of things should I think about? So first, we want to say that, okay, why am I interested in that? And then I have like specific like field. For example, for oxyhydroxide, there are different phases, and I want to know what is the transformation between them. Also, we have like hydroxides in here and oxyhydroxides in here. So yeah, we have oxyhydroxide, so we have hydroxides and oxyhydroxides. So when I open this one, you can see that I have nickel hydroxides and iron hydroxide. So there are like two materials that I'm working on right now. So when I open this one and I collapse this one, yeah, you can see that here is very standard. First, I want to know why this material is so interesting, why somebody wants to study it, what's the importance of that. Second is the current open questions that about this nickel hydroxides. I want to know what kind of questions are we still figuring out right now, so I can draw my research program from that, and then some experimental results and the theoretical results, also our understanding about them. I think it's okay. I think that depends on how fast you can type. Yeah, I can type relatively fast, but I think more importantly is that I need to formulate my thoughts. But if I can formulate it in a way that I think is fine, I can type relatively fast, maybe 120 words per minute. I think not as crazy fast as Ali Abdul, but I think enough for me, at least. Okay, so here is oxyhydroxides, and you can also see here it's the similar, like it's really similar type. You can see that importance, current open questions, experimental, theoretical, understanding, and modifications. Yeah, so it's a systematic template to help me to understand what type of information is this one. But I think the most important thing is here is the understanding part. So in here, you can say, so in here is kind of random. So I'm reading different papers and I formulate those thoughts in here. First, here is the band gap, the structures, the transformation between beta phase and beta nickel oxyhydroxides. When you open there, you can see that there are some claims in here. There are some claims. So there are claims to this particular field that I'm interested in here. And so in here, you can say, okay, so here's a claim and here's some evidence that supports that claim or not. But I'm still trying to figure out how to like capture the connection between different claims. I'm still thinking about that, working on that. But if we click this claim, yeah, we have some evidence in here. As I said before, I think I need to write those words for the titles for the evidence by myself. That's why when I say it, I know, okay, what kind of material they use, what kind of methods they use, what conclusion do they make, and then I click in here, so I can add the relative like information in here. Also, other parts of the paper or different papers also maybe support or disagree with this evidence. I think this is a really great way like to organize everything in here. But I think in order to use that custom, writing things down is not the main part. So as it has been said in How to Take Smart Notes, reading is, thinking is, making connection is the main part of work. So the writing part is actually how you do those things. So you write in order to think, and once you have really thinking through, you have a final words, and those final words are like the crystallization of your own thought and connections between the previous evidence or sources. Yeah, I think that is really powerful, like by using Rome. Yeah, I think so. Okay, good. This is a source. Okay, let's move on. We're comparing this one, starting. Okay, form of sources, two kinds of content, flow, the difference. Yeah, I think it's pretty much it. It's really nice. And okay, I'm doing the synthesis in this way. Okay, good. Rome CSS, I don't need that right now. All I need is access. Open questions about this. Okay, yeah, sure. I totally agree with you. I think the main idea, the things that you are going to use in the end, should always be written by yourself. But if you like copy paste everything to Rome and do not process by yourself, then they'll become garbage. Because if you do not, sure, yes, you need to really think through about that. You need to build connections between your mind and that piece of information. Then you will turn into something else, and then you know the context. You can use that piece of information again in the future context. But if you only like copy paste into here, then it's just a piece of information staying here. It doesn't really connect with you readwise. But I also use readwise in here. I don't think that's stupid. For example, if I type here, I think this book, yeah, see, I have like different things in here, and you can see, yeah, here also with notes. But I think you need to digest them or connect them into your own claims. I think that is the crucial step. By copying everything into Rome is just the first step. So Rome is not really a place to like storage all those things, like Evernote, where you can store all the photos, all the text, everything through to Evernote. But I think Rome is a really powerful way to synthesize or process all the information that you have put in. I think that is the key of Rome. So 万维刚原来看过，原来他在逻辑思维的时候，然后就是讲了几期嘛，或者说罗胖的话也非常喜欢推荐他的一些东西。对，万维刚的线索是吗？这个我不敢当，这个万老师是这个网上非常非常厉害的网红。嗯，我也看过万老师的一本书，好像跟学习有关的书，什么名字我忘了，sorry，我来查一下。万维刚书，万维刚有什么书呢？学习究竟是什么？万万没想到，应该是万万没想到，我觉得。适合轻量化阅读，对，没错。因为的话，你在读一个知识非常 dense 的时候的话，你实际上非常重要。I think I try to express it in English. Yeah. So I think when you read some book that is really knowledge dense, then you need so many elaborations on that. For example, you read Kant， 就是康德的，比如说纯粹理性批判。I don't know the English of that. Sorry. But that kind of book, you need to really think through what it means. So in here, I can recommend to you like two books. One is the beginning of infinity and the fabric of reality. Also, another book is called Escher, Godel, Bach. So GGB, yeah. Escher, Godel, Bach. So the first two books was written by David Deutsch, and the second book was written by other people. Those three books are really, really dense. Textbook, yeah, sure, yeah. But I think for textbook, it is really important to understand the concept. Yeah, okay. One thing is you need to really understand the concept. I think the more important thing is that when you learn from a textbook, you need to be able to get rid of the textbook and directly apply your knowledge to other cases. I think that is much more important. That's why when we are in middle school, we turn to practice a lot, do lots of problems in order to like really crystallize the knowledge in our head and then apply to other places. I think that is the real understanding. You need to know how you can apply this piece of knowledge to other different contexts. I think that is really, really powerful. Yeah. Okay, have you added my WeChat because I need to spend time with my family? So, yeah, maybe we can talk later. I'm doing live on YouTube. And there's people like his chatting with me, which is kind of interesting. 圆圆，如果你想听英文的话，可以在这儿。Yeah, good. Textbook, yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah. It's fine. It's always really good to have someone to talk to share thoughts, and also inspire me to think something more clearly, to express myself. Yeah, it's really cool. Okay, we can continue chat on WeChat. Okay, see you. Bye. I think you need also to work. Right. Bye.